Hey guys, welcome to the Shades End and a brand new video today. We have the Liverpool versus Chelsea match at Istanbul, the Super Cup final today. It's sort of a big match, keeping in mind that there are two English clubs playing against each other, and also a big match in the sense that Liverpool are the Champions League finalists, the Champions League winners, and we are the Europa Cup winners. So it's always going to be a all Brit final. So it's interesting when you play Liverpool or clubs like from England against each other in a European competition. Now this will be interesting for Chelsea as to what kind of team Frank comes out with. You have to understand that Frank has a bunch of injuries that he has to deal with at this moment, and it's not getting better. We heard that Kante again got injured. We actually don't know how long Kante will be out, but hopefully it's just a niggling injury. It's not a big thing. We're hoping for the best. Now it's going to be a big match in terms of not losing or how you're losing. I mean, after losing by 4 goals against United over the weekend, it's something of an interesting thing. What Frank will do? Will he press the panic button? I don't think it is the time to do so. But at the same time, you have to believe that what Frank really thinks at this moment, of what the team news should be, or how we go about winning this match. Because at the end of the day, you have to be very positive at the place where Frank is, and Frank will like to win this match. So it'll be interesting for a team news, interesting for us, because you can lose to many teams, but you don't like to lose to a direct rival. And Liverpool is a direct rival. I understand Liverpool is in a different league of their own. I mean, Liverpool and Man City are in a different league of their own right now, with the teams that they have, and they are playing the way they are. I mean, Champions League winners, you don't just become Champions League winners unless you have a pretty decent side and we're playing very good football, and that team is actually doing very well. So it'll be interesting for us to see how we prepare for this kind of a match. Keeping in mind, I mean, we were talking about the Leicester match over the weekend. In the coming week, and on Sunday we have a match at Stamford Bridge against Leicester City, and that to me is more important. I mean, to tell you the truth, that is what I think is because we had to get points in the Premier League to be up there, maybe in the if we have a chance of finishing fourth or even sixth. I mean, we hope for the fourth, not sixth. But so Super Cup is important. I mean, you will not like to lose against a direct rival, but at the same time, it's not about just losing. It's about the manner of losing. For example, that if you lose to Liverpool by a goal or 2-0, because in European Cup matches it normally tend to be unlike the Premier League. So even if Manchester United scores 4 goals against us, doesn't mean that they were going to score 4 goals against us in the Champions League or in a European Cup final. So this will be like sort of a game like that, where you see that there's a chance that Liverpool themselves play on Saturday, a day before us, against Southampton. It's an away match for Liverpool. It will be interesting for Liverpool as well, because to see that if they are going to drop a couple of their key players for this match or not. Because I for one, if you have a Liverpool, if you look at the Liverpool side, if there's a side they have, they're not going to go ahead go to Istanbul to lose this match. As simple as that. They have a better side at this moment. They're playing much better football at this moment. They like to go out there and get the win done. But do they play all their first choice players? Do they give, because they have a very good bench? So do they give a couple of their bench players a chance? Maybe someone like Shaqiri, who's such a good player, and a few other players they might have. So it'll be interesting how Liverpool plays the game. For us, I think Frank should try to bring on some players. I mean, Pulisic, many Chelsea fans were actually pretty much disappointed not to see Pulisic starting the game against Manchester United. And so I'm pretty sure that Pulisic is going to come in, because we play on Sunday against Leicester at Stamford Bridge. I'm pretty sure Pulisic is going to start that game as well. So Pulisic should be one of the players that should come into this match. I will be very interesting to see who is our striker for this match. I have always been, talking about Batshuayi should be our number one striker, but then again, you have to see what Frank thinks, and will Giroud start this match? But Giroud has a very good record, especially last season when in the Europa Cup, scoring so many goals. Over 10 goals he scored in the Europa Cup last season. So does Giroud start this match? It'll be interesting to see if that happens or not. I for one would like to see Batshuayi, but then if Batshuayi starts the match against Leicester, but then again you have to see what Tammy does. Does Tammy again start the match against Leicester, or does Batshuayi gets a chance? So either Giroud or Batshuayi was going to start this match, and maybe somebody else comes in. Maybe if Batshuayi starts, Giroud comes in. If Giroud starts, Batshuayi comes in. Hopefully, we would like to see Batshuayi playing sometime, either this match or against the match against Leicester. We'll make a separate video on the Leicester one. But so it'll be interesting. Even the defense, like Rudiger. Now, I have a small thing to say about that. Now, it's not just about Rudiger. If you see Kante getting injured 2-3 times now in the last 4, 5, 6 months, Rudiger also got injured as he was hurried back by Sarri last season, because we were playing in the Europa Cup and in the semi-final match, and he got injured, so he could not play in the finals. My own concern is that if the Chelsea players are not fully fit, they should not be brought back to the first team. I think some of the Chelsea players are being hurried back to the first team, started from last season. If you're 70%, 80% fit, they're still been brought back to the first team because Chelsea are lacking players who can get things going. And I think Rudiger could be a case, because that could lead to a longer injury, which will not benefit Chelsea, because just the start of the season, even if we are down after 4 or 5 matches, we're still in the 15th or 16th position in the league. It's not that bad. Obviously, it's bad Chelsea standard wise, because we have never been in such a position before in the Premier League. But understand, we still will have 30, 32, 35 matches to go in the Premier League, and we still have a lot. We can come back once the players are fully fit, because you think about someone like Hudson-Odoi, who had a serious injury, even Loftus-Cheek, who has injuries going on through his back problems that he has. I mean, if these guys come in and again get injured, and they are then 4 or 5 months they cannot come back, there'll be a much more problematic for Chelsea than anything else. So we should be concerned about which players are coming back and at what shape they're coming back. I hope they're absolutely fit, 110% fit, before they get into the Chelsea shirt and start playing, because once they're playing, we don't want them to get injured every now and then, because some of the Chelsea players are getting injured after every 2-3 matches. It's not at all beneficial for Chelsea Football Club at this moment. So I really want to see Rudiger, if he comes back tonight, he's fully fit. Otherwise, he should not be he should not be given the chance. Maybe he comes back against Leicester, or and we have matches against Norwich, we have matches against certain other teams, and these are the matches we should be winning. Leicester, Norwich, we got a couple of other clubs, I think Brighton. Before the international breaks, we played 2-3 of these teams, and if we win these 3 matches, and suddenly everybody will forget that we lost 4-0 to Manchester United. We will have 9 points out of 4 matches, I think, and that'll be good enough. Going to the international break at the end of August, and we'll be up there. So we'll forget that we lost 4-0 to Man United. But for that to happen, we need to be making sure that we don't bring our injured players in, and that can actually be a bad thing if they again get injured, because we cannot deal with injuries because our team strength at this moment is not that good. We are heavily dependent on our young players, and obviously when young players will make mistakes, even experienced players make mistakes, so you can't expect the young players who are going to go out there and make it happen for you. We already have Tammy, Mason Mount, Tomori, bunch of young players who are already in the team. We are expecting of Reece James also to come back in, so hoping that that will work well. But again, we cannot expect our young players to come out and play for us and get things done for us. Hudson-Odoi is one other player who's also very young. Now, coming to the match itself, what I was saying is Kennedy might get a chance. I just popped into my head, why not Kennedy given a chance in this match? But then again, Pedro has done well in the Europa Cup, like Olivier Giroud. So maybe Pedro might get a chance. Will Willian come in? Even if Willian comes in, again, as I reiterated, that they should be fully fit before they come back in. Does Tomori get a chance? Now, like Zuma did not have a great match against Manchester United. It's a one-off match. You can expect things not to go well. That doesn't mean that he's a bad player. He was such a beast for Everton last season. So, but again, because we are playing Leicester this coming Sunday, do we give some of these players a chance? I do believe that some of these players can, because see, we don't have anything to lose on this match. Some people will obviously say against Liverpool we don't want to lose. Obviously we don't want to lose, but they have a better team. We can give it a shot, give some of our young players, also giving some of our experienced players a rest, because we're playing Leicester, and that is more important. You know, the Premier League, getting points out there, because we win the Super Cup, but say for example you're 14th or 15th in the Premier League after 10 matches, that's not going to be beneficial for us. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I don't think Frank will be so adventurous in letting players like Kennedy, Tomori, everyone, even Pulisic in that matter, to go on in this match. But I'm expecting someone to come in. I hope Tomori comes in, gets some match. It will be good because we only have 3 defenders at this moment. Maybe Rudiger will come in, and that time it will be much better for Chelsea. But I think Tomori can get a chance in and nick in to see how it goes for him. It'll be interesting if he gets interesting for me. I personally believe that some of these players can get a chance and get in. So yeah. So what the team news? Kepa at goal. Alonso will start this match. I don't think Emerson will start. Aspilicueta on the other side. We'll have Christensen. Most likely Zuma if Rudiger is not fit, but I want to see Tomori in. Midfield will be more or less Sam Jorginho, Kovacic, and I would like to see Barkley, but then Mason Mount could be interesting over here. I would love to see Barkley in this one. And then we have Pedro, according to me, and Pulisic on the other side, with Giroud starting. I know Batshuayi, I've been talking about Batshuayi. I think Batshuayi could start of this match, but I just feel Giroud should start over. And but it's you know, it's a touch and go. It's a 50-50 thing. Whether Giroud will start or Batshuayi will start. Overall, now what the score line, what it should be, and Liverpool has a much stronger team at this moment. They are playing much better. We are plagued by the transfer ban. We are hindered by the fact that we have so many players injured. We cannot expect us to go out there and win this match, hoping for the best. But again, we have to look at the long term. We don't want Frank Lampard to panic. We don't want a situation where we bring our injured players back and they get injured. We want a steady rise for this young team. We don't want them to just become first, and that will be like suddenly, if you see after 3-4 matches we are number 1 in the Premier League, and people say, wow, Frank is back, Chelsea is back. It's not the case. We have to slowly, gradually get up to the level, even if it takes a couple of seasons. Let it be. Have to be patient. So we need to take it slowly, and hopefully things will fall in place for us. We have to be positive. Again, our main criteria is the Premier League. The Super Cup, it's interesting. It's good that we are in the Super Cup. Hopefully we'll get a win, but we're not expecting too much of this game. Hoping that Liverpool also drop some of our players, that will give us some level of chance. It will be interesting to see how it goes. Our main goal should be that in the Premier League, we have certain teams that we're going to play where we can get the maximum points against some of the teams we are playing in the Premier League. So teams which are from 7th to 20th, if we can get the maximum number of points against them, we'll be in a good position at the end of this season, come May next season, come May 2020. So that will be our number 1 criteria for now. So, but still, Super Cup is important. Hopefully we get a good showing, and who knows, we can get a win out of this. So you guys let me know, as always, what do you guys think? Do we have a chance of winning this match? Do we have a chance of beating Liverpool? Let me know, as always, in the comment section below. So until next time, signing off. Bye-bye.